Jay. Hello, good afternoon to our attendees who are joining us via here in person in our hearing room for the Board of Public Works, and welcome. If there are any members of the public or anyone who wishes to offer commentary on any of our agendized items this morning, please fill out a speaker card located in the back of the room, indicate which item you'd like to speak on, and hand it to me, and I'll record your name for the record. Good morning as well to our attendees joining us via the virtual platform. If there are any members of the public who wish to offer commentary on any of our items this morning on the virtual platform, please press *9 to raise your hand, *6 to unmute, identify yourself and which item you'd like to speak on, and I'll record your information for the record. And we should get started in the next 5 minutes. Thank you so much.
We're not next to each other. Maybe it's better. Maybe it's better to not have to hear from otherwise I should have been in on access.
Good afternoon once again. This is TJ Knight, Acting Executive Officer. Thank you for attending the Board of Public Works meeting this afternoon. If there are any members of the public joining us here in the room, there are speaker cards located in the back of the room. If you'd kindly fill one out and indicate which item you'd like to speak on and hand it to me, I'll record your information for the record. And good morning as well to our attendees joining us via the Zoom platform. If there are any members of the public who wish to offer commentary on any of our items or public comment, please press *9 to raise your hand, *6 to unmute, identify yourself for the record and which item you'd like to speak on, and I will record your information for the record.
All right. Well, good afternoon, everyone, and welcome to the regular meeting for the Board of Public Works for Wednesday, May 22nd, 2024. TJ Knight.
Yes, good afternoon, President Garcia. TJ Knight, Acting Executive Officer, taking role in establishing quorum. President Garcia, Vice President Villegas, President Pro Tem Davis, and Commissioner Reyes are present. We do have a quorum. We are also joined this afternoon by City Attorney Representative Virginia Choi. Once again, I'm Acting Executive Officer TJ Knight. President Garcia, we have no speaker cards under public comment, no neighborhood council commentary, and no speaker cards under any of our items this morning.
Very well, thank you for that. Given that there are no general public comments now officially closed. Moving on to the approval of the minutes of Wednesday, May 8th, 2024. Is there a second to my motion to approve this item?
I'll second that.
Thank you, VP Villegas. Mr. Knight, there's a first by me and a second by VP Villegas to approve the minutes of Wednesday, May 8th, 2024.
Very well, we will take a roll call vote on approval of minutes, starting with you, Madam President.
Aye.
Vice President Villegas.
Aye.
President Pro Tem Davis. Aye. And Commissioner Reyes. Aye. All ayes, and this item is approved unanimously.
Okay, well, welcome everybody. Good afternoon again. Happy Wednesday. We just got through the official business. We are going to get now to our celebrations. I just want to say that in case you did not know, this week is National Public Works Week. So I know, so I just want to give a round of applause for everybody. This week is very special to us as Public Works because we get to highlight and showcase the many different services and projects that we provide here. We were just recognized this morning at City Council, so thank you to all the general managers that are here. I see Ted, I see John, I don't see those, but I do see Ana Tabuna already here from Bureau of Street Services. And I just want to say thank you, everybody, for participating in the work that we do. Public Works is really a tremendous department that delivers any service that's provided in the public right away. And when I say that, it's your roads, your streets, your lights, your sewers, your water, that's all under this department. And we are a department of more than 6,000 employees overall. Very proud of that. And this week, all cities throughout the nation are celebrating Public Works. As you see, as you came in, we had a poster board out there, and this year's theme is advancing the quality of life, which is really what Public Works does. We make sure that we improve the quality of life of our residents, of the 4 million and plus residents that we have here in the city of Los Angeles. So if you didn't know, we live in a city that is 4 million plus folks here. It is not an easy task, but our department just does remarkable work every day in and out, and we're very proud of them. So today is, this week we are highlighting it by doing many different events. If you haven't seen our social media, we had Accessing LA event on Monday for small business owners. We had yesterday a beautification conference for any folks that want to, learn how to be more sustainable, how to clean our communities, and how to recycle and repurpose. And today we had our city recognition. Tomorrow we'll be at the beach cleaning it up for Kids Ocean Day. That's going to be exciting as well. 4,000 kids from all throughout the city will come to the beach to learn and understand our storm drain sewage and what it, if you drop a piece of paper on the street, what it means to the ocean. And so we're excited about that. And then Friday here at this board again, you're all welcome to come back if you want, but we'll be recognizing our teams and the great effort and their the tremendous work that they do. So we'll be talking about mostly about those teams that have really done exemplary work this year. So we have a full week of just so much things going on amongst all the other services that we provide. So with that, I'll pivot now to our agenda here, but I will say again, happy National Public Works Week. I know that we're the ones making a big deal about it, but if you don't know, just Google it, and you'll be able to see the many cities that are also celebrating this week. So I encourage you to do that. All right, but today we have very special celebrations. We are going to celebrate our Asian American heritage community in a few minutes, but before I do that, I do have to take care of some business, and that is the receipt of the bids for today. Bids came in at 1 p.m., and let me start with agenda item number 1, and then I'll turn it over to Commissioner Reyes, who will lead us on today's recognition. Agenda item number 1, these are bids received at 1 p.m. for the following public works project: Mid-City Low-Stress Bicycle Enhancement Corridors, work order E1908716 for an estimate amount of $2,695,564 in Council District 5. TJ Knight, I understand there's a technical correction on the estimate amount?
Actually, President Garcia, the estimate that you read into the record has been amended, and I would like to read the amended estimate into the record. An addendum has been issued to the contractors, so they were aware of this amendment. The amended estimate is $2,929,186, $2,929,186.
Thank you for that. There are no objections to that amended item. Hearing none. Thank you so much. Okay, Mr. Castellanos, we're ready for you.
And Mr. Castellanos of the Board Secretariat is joining me at the table, and we will open bids at this time.
We do this live here.
And the first, and the first bid is from Access Pacific Incorporated. Access Pacific Incorporated's total bid amount is $5,014,670. 5014670.
That's a lot.
And the second bid is from Palp Incorporated. Palp Incorporated DBA XL Paving's total bid amount is $6,328,810. 6328810. And that concludes today's bid opening.
Thank you for that, Mr. Castellanos and Mr. Knight. Colleagues, is there a second to my motion to adopt and receive today's bids? I'll take both. TJ Knight, there's a first by me and a second by BP Villegas and Commissioner Reyes to adopt and approve today's bids.
Very well, we will take a roll call vote on the receipt, opening, and declaring forthwith of the bids today. Starting with you, Madam President.
Aye.
Vice President Villegas.
Aye.
President Pro Tem Davis.
Aye.
And Commissioner Reyes.
Aye.
All ayes, and this item is approved.
Okay, thank you for that. Thank you so much. Thank you for allowing me to do that. It's very timely for us to make sure that we do that at the top of our meeting. But with that said, I know you're all here to receive your recognitions, and we're all very excited about that. So I'm going to turn over our mic to Commissioner Reyes, who will be leading on today's presentation.
Thank you so much, President Garcia and colleagues. It is my pleasure today to announce the celebration of our Asian American, Native, Hawaiian, Pacific Islander Heritage Month. So we're going to have a little bit of change in the sequencing of the awards today. We would like to first honor the AAPI contractors, recognize them for the work that they do, but more specifically, their contributions towards diversity, inclusion, and their work among, including the AAPI small businesses within their contract. So in keeping with the spirit of AAPI Heritage Month, the board would like to recognize 4 companies who do business with the city of Los Angeles. AAPI businesses have really played a significant role in shaping the history and culture of the city. These are prime contractors who, through fiscal year 22 to 23, made the biggest pledges to work with subcontractors from the AAPI community, furthering the city's commitment to racial inclusivity and diversity. From early Chinese immigrants opening businesses in the 19th century to the vibrant and diverse AAPI businesses and business communities that exist today, AAPI business have been integral to the economic and social fabric of the city of Los Angeles. They foster that cross-cultural understanding and collaboration and building bridges between different communities and enriching the tapestry of the city. I would like to call on our esteemed Director of our Bureau of Contract Administrator, John Reamer, to join me as I call on the 4 prime contractors who will be recognized today. John? There you are. There you go. So the sequence will be: I will be calling the awardees. We will be talking about them a little bit, and they can then speak for a few minutes, and then we'll take our little photo here, and then a group photo at the end before, and that's after the closing remarks by John Reamer. So first, may we call on Michael Grossman with DR Consultants and Designers, Inc. DR Consultants and Designers stands as a premier engineering firm, one with a distinguished record that has partnered with agencies and organizations in the city of Los Angeles, a company that has been awarded multi-year contracts with the city departments such as the Bureau of Engineering, Bureau of Sanitation, LADWP, and the Port of Los Angeles, among others. DR Consultants has consistently exceeded contract requirements, garnering high performance ratings and client recommendations. Renowned for its innovative solutions, they boast a team of experts across industries, including engineering, planning, and architecture. And some of their projects include our Hyperion Solids Handling Capital Improvement Project, Storm Damage Repair Projects, and the Hydraulic System Modeling Project. In total, they have pledged $267,000 in subcontracting dollars to Asian-owned subcontractors in fiscal year 22 and 23. May we have Michael Grossman say a few words?
Well, thank you for this, and it is a well-deserved recognition for many years. I've been with the company. It will be 8 years in November. Our CEO founded this company 43 years ago, and although we have been a small business and have been recognized as such, we have secured prime contracts for the kinds of work that we've done, for the work that we have produced in the agencies. So we're quite pleased, and we thank you for this recognition and for the opportunity. Thank you.
Congratulations. Moving on, we have with us today Steve Goods from 5 Key Schools and Programs. Very familiar as we know the work that they do. Please come up so that we can recognize you. Founded in 2003 by the San Francisco Sheriff's Department, Five Key Schools and Programs is a pioneering force in education and community empowerment, guided by principles of social and restorative justice. Initially established as the nation's first accredited charter high school with county jails, Five Keys has since expanded its reach beyond correctional facilities, offering high school education, vocational training, and the skills classes to underserved communities across California. By partnering with city agencies, workforce development programs, and community-based organizations, they established satellite programs throughout the Los Angeles region, eliminating a major barrier to education for its largest population. The organization's growth stems from its commitment to diversifying services, including career center operations in county jails, transitional housing management, and direct employment opportunities for formerly incarcerated and homeless individuals. They partnered with the city to provide the board's hygiene services, if we remember. In total, 5 key schools and partners has pledged over 1 million in local subcontracting opportunities for Asian-owned businesses in fiscal year 22 and 23. Congratulations, Steve, and the 5 key schools and programs.
Thank you very much for recognizing us. Oops, there we go. Thank you very much for recognizing the work that Five Keys does down in the LA region. We couldn't do it without our great partners in the Department of Public Works. Mike, for instance, back there, and TJ, they've been fantastic partners with us, helping us navigate the bureaucracy of LA, no offense. And they've been great partners. We love the work that we do down throughout the LA area, providing showers, hygiene kits, restrooms, and now our street team contract. We're very excited about to continue doing this important work. I also want to recognize our commitment to diversity. It's part of our core of who we are, and we're very proud to receive this recognition. Thank you very much. Thank you.
And next, we have Wen Chin and Patricia Hernandez from SOMAS. Please come up so we can recognize you. We are all familiar with SOMAS. It was established in 1946 when the firm was established to address the post-World War II need for public works improvements and housing. And since then, SOMAS has evolved into one of the top engineering firms in the United States. With a keen understanding of their clients' needs, SOMAS has provided many tailored solutions that meet their project success. And SOMAS has excelled in its collaboration with the City of Los Angeles, contributing to the city's infrastructure development and growth. Since then, their projects with the City of LA include LA River Valley Bikeway and Greenway design, the Glendale Hyperion widening and retrofit, and the professional consulting services with the City of LA. In total, they've pledged over $267,000 in subcontracting work to Asian-owned businesses. Congratulations so much.
Good afternoon, commissioners. It's a great pleasure for the entire SOMAS family to be recognized by the City of Los Angeles. For the past 78 years, SOMAS has been very much focusing on the improvement of infrastructures and the housing in the City of Los Angeles. It's a great privilege for us to do this. What we appreciate the most is the trust and the support from all level of city staff members whom we have been working with. And this strong teamwork is the key success is a key factor for the successful delivery of all the projects we have been working on. And we look forward to more partnership with the City of Los Angeles and contributing even greater work for the welfare of all the Angelinos. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Next, we have joining us today Anne Cachon, Minerva Rodriguez from Parsons Environment and Infrastructure Group. Please come up so we can recognize you. Parsons Corporation, founded in 1944, is a leading digital-enabled solutions provider, shaping the future of defense, intelligence, and critical infrastructure markets. Parsons has made significant contributions to the City of Los Angeles with its expertise in transportation, energy, environmental remediation, urban development, digital solutions, and artificial intelligence. By leveraging technology and industry know-how, Parsons has successfully managed several complex environmental projects and water sustainability projects as well. Some of their projects in the City of Los Angeles include the following: serving as an environmental consultant for the various LA City departments and the LAX International Airport Landside Access Modernization Program, or LAMP, as we know it here in the City of LA. In total, Parsons have pledged over $265,000 in subcontracting work for Asian-owned businesses with the Department of Public Works in fiscal year 22 and 23. Congratulations, and would you like to say a few words?
Thank you so much to the City of LA Public Works for inviting us and recognizing us. We appreciate it. It's an honor and a privilege. And I'm going to pass it on to Anne, who has been working for Parsons for over 26 years and has done all this work with her team.
Thank you very much. I appreciate these opportunities to accept this recognition on behalf of Parsons. We have been serving the county for many decades, and how we will continue to support the small business and the county, the city public works, long to the future. Thank you very much.
And last but not least, we have Cassie Phillips from Excel Paving Company. Excel has emerged as a leading general contracting firm, boasting a distinguished record of success in collaboration with the City of Los Angeles. Do we have Cassie? There? Oh, right. Cassie, please come. Like, okay. While initially specializing in street reconstruction, Excel has expanded its scope to encompass freeway construction, rail yards, shipping terminals, and airport facilities. Despite the company's name's focus on paving, Excel's capabilities extend far beyond asphalt work, including wet utility installation and various concrete surfaces. The company pledged over $2.3 million in subcontracting work in fiscal year 22-23 to Asian-owned businesses. To date, some of their projects with the City of Los Angeles have included work on the LA Reservoir and the Soto Street improvements. Congratulations, Excel Paving.
Thank you.
Thank you for recognizing our company. My father is the one that established the company in 1979, and he passed in 2017, and now my brother's running it. So thank you very much, and we appreciate it.
Okay, before we take the group photo, it's my honor to introduce again our Bureau of Contract Administration Director, John Reamer, to give us closing remarks.
Thank you, Commissioner Reyes, and to this board and to the Department of Public Works family. In the movie Field of Dreams, the statement was, if you build it, they will come. And clearly you have created an environment of inclusion. I heard the names of the projects, many of which we've been associated with, but I would be remiss if I did not acknowledge the Bureau of Engineering, the Bureau of Sanitation. You heard their projects. It's because of all of the bureaus and this board making it known that we want to have an environment where all contractors have an opportunity of all walks, of all genders. And this speaks to, if you build it, they will come. So I applaud you today on this Asian American, Native, Hawaiian, Pacific Islander month. I got it. I got it. I got it. What a way to just celebrate inclusion and belonging and making sure that everyone is involved and has an opportunity to participate. It makes us so much better, and it just enriches our environment and what we deliver. The notion of quality of life is because we are all in this together, and it's not about I or me or my, but about us. So thank you, and congratulations to each and every one of the honorees. And now I can't wait to see our family members come up because we're going to hear some stories. So congratulations, and thank you for building it so they have come.
Well, thank you, John Reamer and Commissioner Reyes, for leading us on this very special presentation. It's always so good to be able to take our time to highlight and showcase those folks that are doing intentional work on including and diversifying their funds. And so that you know, for the greater public, we at the board make sure that when these big companies are getting multi-million-dollar contracts from the city, they pledge that they will break some of their pie and give it to some smaller companies. And that's what we're doing here, is recognizing that intentional effort of those big companies dividing their funds so that we can then contract with smaller companies. So contracting with smaller companies is really important to us because, one, those smaller companies will grow to be big companies. It's our hope. And then they can bid on those big multi-million-dollar projects as well and then return it right back. But second, us making sure that the money gets divided to smaller business companies as well is important because it gives you a life funding source, money you can hire, and you get to also start working for the city at a smaller scale so that you can be ready for those big contracts as they come your way. So it's a multi-dual way of us making sure that everybody gets included. Our inspector, John Reamer, in his bureau has really adopted that effort as well, and we have many different ways that we are looking into doing that. For example, community level contracting, very important as well, because those are unbundling those multi-million dollars that will now go into maybe $50,000, $100,000, $200,000. That's probably something that a smaller business can actually do. And so thank you so much to those big businesses that are working with the smaller businesses. It's just a way to, one, make sure that we diversify the funds, but you're also giving those other opportunities to other folks that are not there yet, but will and are working to get there. So thank you for just making it all around, for paying it forward, and for being considerate to a smaller community of the small business. And I want to thank those folks that were very intentional about also subcontracting with Asian American Pacific small businesses. Am I reading correct? Did I hear correctly, was $2.3 million for Excel paving? Wow, thank you for that. And then the other folks were in the $200,000. I mean, those small funds, even if it's a $50,000 contract, you've really given a life to a small business. So thank you for doing that. Thank you for being intentional. And thank you for making it a part of your operations to help other businesses. So I really applaud that effort. Thank you. I'm gonna, I wanna, Dr. Davis and Commissioner Diaz, you guys wanna say a few words? Start with-
Sure. I want to thank my colleague, our colleague, Suzanne Reyes, for pulling together this yet another successful celebration. The City of Los Angeles, and particularly the Mayor's Office, takes the leadership in making sure that we reflect in our programs the representation of this city. We are the most diverse city in the United States of America. People from various cultures are a part of the Los Angelinos population. And so in doing so, you will notice that each of the commissioners in this board represent various cultural days in which they provide leadership. And so today, I would like to once again to commend our colleague Suzanne Reyes, Commissioner Reyes, for holding and conducting and implementing this Asian American, Native Hawaiian, Pacific Islander Heritage Month celebration. Thanks again for the great work that you continue to do. And I think with that, our Vice President is giving remarks. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you. And I too just want to echo the same sentiment that my colleagues have said. It's nice to be able to recognize those businesses and see and be able to meet the actual people behind, you know, the paperwork that comes before our board. We don't get a chance all the time to get to meet other folks that are behind the names of all the businesses and the contracts that we obviously approve here at the board. And it's one thing to see it just on paper, and it's another thing to be able to meet those individuals who promise to make those goals, professional working goals, and meet those demands that the city wants to sprinkle throughout our large Los Angeles. So congratulations to all of you, and especially to Commissioner Reyes for bringing this forward on such a special day like today. And on Public Works Weeks, it's so apropos. Thank you.
Congratulations to all Commissioner Reyes, and if we can have those businesses that were awarded come to the back here, we'll take quick photos, and then we will move on to our second set of presentations. Thank you, everyone who was here for this presentation.
Now you know that we're serious.
I keep telling my daughter, like, she's got an internship, so she's like, network, interview, don't put that off, that's your way in. Stay in California.
Okay.
Camera, which sort of follows it's a camera that follows who's speaking.
Oh.
And Lacers used one, but they had negative experiences with it. It didn't always work the way
They
that it's
intended it?
supposed to.
Yeah.
So,
Okay, let's talk about that. Yeah, I think definitely.
Great.
Commissioner Reyes, when you're ready, we're ready.
I'll go ahead and put us back into record mode. It's now 1:46. And we are back in record mode.
Welcome back. I'm Commissioner Reyes, and again, I am so proud and pleased to be here with you. And this time, we're going to hear about the stories of our outstanding Asian American Heritage Month awardees from our different bureaus and offices. May was chosen for this month for two reasons. First, to commemorate the arrival of the first Japanese immigrant to the United States, as well as when the Golden Spike was driven into the first transcontinental railroad, which was completed using Chinese labor. The first Asians documented in the Americas arrived in 1587, when Filipinos landed in California and have been a part of our country's history since then. Los Angeles County has by far the largest Asian population of any county in the United States, according to the U.S. Census 2021. The estimates says LA County is home to approximately 1.48 million persons of Asian descent, making up more than 11% of the population. The cultural contributions of the Asian American, Native Hawaiian, and Pacific Islander population are vast, from education, science, medicine, to the arts, and of course, food. Today, we recognize a few of the outstanding Asian American, Native Hawaiian, and Pacific Islander women and men from the Department of Public Works. Their hard work and dedication to making Los Angeles a great place to live is admirable. Their stories and experiences as AAPI individuals are meant to inspire us, break down barriers, and foster understanding and unity. So first off, I'd like to call on President Pro Tem Dr. Mike Davis to present the award for the Bureau of Contract Administration nominee, Edna Du.
Thank you. Once again, it's an honor to participate in the 2024 Asian American Heritage Month celebration. On behalf of the Bureau of Contract Administration, it's my honor to present Edna Du, who is a management analyst. Edna Du is one of the most well-rounded and dedicated employees in the Department of Public Works, involved in a wide range of areas of the Bureau of Contract Administration. She adds value in helping to improve the way the Bureau operates, is committed to making the Bureau a good place to work, and demonstrates great character in contributing in the areas where the team needs her. Edna Du is committed to helping both her staff and colleagues around the city grow to be better employees. Edna Du joined the Bureau of Contract Administration in November of 2019, just before the beginning of the pandemic. In spite of beginning her Bureau of Contract Administration career under adverse conditions, she's provided many outstanding services for the city. Ms. Du has provided training to the department contract coordinators so they better understand the contracting process and our various ordinances. When a position became available, Ms. Du volunteered to become a member of the Racial Equity Committee, which discusses racial equity initiatives. As a member of the committee, she has helped plan and execute Bureau of Contract Administration town hall meetings and worked to develop recommendations to the Bureau of Contract Administration Executive Management Team on how the Bureau of Contract Administration could improve its racial equity. Ms. Du also writes for the Racial Equity Committee newsletter and is instrumental in compiling articles, creating the layouts, and distributing the newsletter. Edna is always willing to learn and assist the Bureau of Contract Administration wherever she can. During non-work hours, Edna is a board member for the Los Angeles City Employees Asian American Association, and providing and proving her dedication to help Asian Americans working for the City of Los Angeles. Ms. Du's dedication to work has been valued by other departments, and they have recognized Edna's kindness and hard work over the years and commented how much they enjoy working with her. Through it all, Edna completes all of her work, both regular and special assignments, with energy, professionalism, and a great sense of humor that is truly inspiring. The Bureau of Contract Administration is grateful that Edna chose to continue her career with the Bureau of Contract Administration when presented with the opportunity to be promoted to management analyst last July. Ladies and gentlemen, please join me in welcoming and commending and congratulating Edna Du.
Before Edna speaks, we'd like to hear from John Rimmer.
Man. It's one of those drop the mic, just woo. Yes, the Bureau of Contract Administration is more than glad, happy, over the moon that Edna Du said yes. You know, we have many great departments in this city, and we've all dealt with it. You know, our management assistants moving to management analysts, the sky's the limit, and she chose to stay with us. This morning, as we were acknowledged by City Council and once again to our Department of Public Works family, once again, commissioners, thank you for just putting the semicolon there, putting the pause for us to recognize and acknowledge the heartbeat, if you will, of this department. What makes this department so special and so great? It's the people. It's the people. And we talked this morning about the notion of giving. If I were to paint a picture of someone who was generous, innovative, vibrant, and encouraging, it's Edna Du. I just, as you read what she has done in her short time. You read give, give, give to make things better, better, better for people. Not just for herself, but for all those who are around her, colleagues, other departments, this community that we serve. Edna is a breath of fresh air, and I am so blessed and so grateful to be able to just stand with her and celebrate what she's done. No pressure. No pressure. but it comes naturally. This is just who she is. And we as a city and department and our bureau are so blessed to have an Edna Do. And so Edna, thank you for all that you have given us. I'm sure it wasn't easy. New things, new tasks, new assignments, but you picked up the mantle and you ran with it and you figured out how can we make this work and how can we make this better? And that's what this city is so needing and wanting and desiring and celebrating today. And so you make your heritage proud, you make your family proud, you make our bureau proud, this department proud, you make the city proud, and we thank you and honor you today on this, I'm gonna try one more time, Asian American, Native Hawaiian, Pacific Islander month. Because you are,
Ooh, that's a long one.
appreciate you. Not to mention, she makes a mean lemon bar. You didn't think I remembered that, did you? Oh my goodness, it is good. Congratulations and thank you for all that you do for us.
I'm crying once again.
Of course she's prepared.
Have a speech for every situation. Thank you for this recognition, and to everyone involved, thank you. It is an honor and a privilege to be here and to receive this. Thank you to my family and friends. Thank you to my colleagues and to our management team at BCA. You are also my friends, mentors, and role models. This nomination has me reflecting on what it means to be part of a community, and more specifically, a part of the Asian American, Native Hawaiian, Pacific Islander community. I moved to this country from Burma or Myanmar when I was 14 years old, and it's been a process of learning, finding, and building community since then. The places I've lived in have had long histories of colonization, displacement, and political strife. And as I learn more about our history, the more I notice the injustice still in place today. Our struggles are interconnected, and as Audre Lorde says, you do not have to be me in order for us to fight alongside each other. I do not have to be you to recognize that our wars are the same. I care about my current home of Los Angeles the same way I care about my home country of Burma. And in the same breath, I care about Sudan, Kanaki, Palestine, Hawaii, Congo, and all the places that are experiencing violence, genocide, and violations of human rights. It's never been more imperative for us to connect with our communities and build our capacities for care. In my day-to-day life, doing my daily job, and in my everyday tasks, I often think about what I can do to try and create a more just society. And one of the things that I have been taught time and time again is that our relationships with each other are so integral to our persisting existence. I would like to end this with a quote from Japanese American activist Yuri Kochiyama, who says, "Life is not what you alone make it. Life is the input of everyone who touched your life and every experience that entered it. We are all part of one another." So thank you to my community for always caring for me, caring for each other, and allowing me to care for you. Your existence allows for mine.
What a story. Thank you so much and congratulations, Edna. So now we have our VP, Teresa Villegas, to introduce the honoree for the Bureau of Engineering, Kristen Lai, Principal Civil Engineer. Is Kristen here? All right.
Thank you. And congratulations to Edna. Gives such tremendous inspiration to all of us. Thank you. I have the pleasure of introducing the next honoree, and that's, thank you, Commissioner Reyes, it's Kristen Lai. And Kristen is currently a project manager with the Bureau of Engineering, Geotechnical Engineering Division. Super busy during our rainy season. Kristen worked as a student engineer before joining GED, that's what Geoengineering Division stands for, as a full-time civil engineer associate in June 2016. Her first assignment was to assist and support program control engineers for Hillside Slope Stability Program, the HSSP program. In 2017, she started to serve as both a project manager and a construction manager for numerous Hillside Slope Stability Program projects. And during this time, she gained valuable experience in the delivery of projects, interaction with contractors, and the use of the Bureau's project delivery manual and their uniform project reporting system, and the online project document control system, all of which are extremely valuable for project delivery. Kristen has also spent time learning valuable permitting skills at BOE's West LA District Office, reviewing the E-permits, U-permits, and providing customer service for private development. At the beginning of 2022, Kristen took over as the program control engineer for the Hillside Slope Stability Program and the project manager for the Potrero Canyon Park project. For the Hillside Slope Stability Program, she plans, organizes, directs, schedules, monitors, controls, coordinates the work with a group of talented staff to deliver a project with a list of that has grown up to 66 projects. In addition, for the last 2 rainy seasons, she has done an excellent job in leading in teams in the design and the construction management of over 10 emergency repair projects as a result of the damages, of the storm damages. The Potrero Canyon Park was a strong, complicated, was a very complicated and challenging project to manage due to its large area and steep terrain. With over 46-acre park stabilized the canyon's unstable slope, and with over 600,000 cubic yards of excavation to help prevent hillsides damage, as well as restored natural habitat that now features the installation of more than 12,900 native plants, 530 trees, and 1.75 miles of walking paths for the community to enjoy. The Potrero Canyon Park project was the winner of the 2023 Best Project Awards in the Landscape Urban Development category, presented by the Engineering News Record for Southern California region. Outside of her work, you can find Kristen playing music in a band, multi-talented, as a keyboardist, and serving as the community, and serving her community through her local church. She also enjoys traveling and is eager, planning a trip to Japan with her fiance next year and her wedding in early 2025. Congratulations. And I think we have Bureau representatives to speak on congratulate her.
Good afternoon, Commissioners, and thank you again for this opportunity to recognize our outstanding Asian American Pacific community employees. Kristen is one of those. She is a rising star in our organization with a very bright future. I had an opportunity to work with her about 2 years ago on the Potrero Canyon project, when that project was really at risk of falling apart. The project was behind schedule. We had lots of claims from the contractors, $100,000 claims. And I came in sort of just to help guide the team and the contractor to see if we can find some middle ground to get past our issues. And that's when I met Kristen at work, and I saw how dedicated she was. I saw how, how much attention to detail she paid, how she really put the best interest of the project first besides our personal egos, really helped bridge, the gap between our team and the contractor's team to help us resolve those change order claims. Also helped, find the additional funding that was necessary to pay for the settlement agreements. And then also she dealt very closely with the council office and the community to explain to them our recovery plan. and the fact that, yes, everything wasn't perfect on the project, but we were working hard to get it back on track. And thanks to her leadership, thanks to her ability to bring people together, she was able to not only put the project back on track, but get us across the finish line. So, at that moment, I saw Christine. She doesn't have a lot of years with us relative to other project managers, but I saw that we had a special person in her, and I knew that she had, a lot of potential and a very bright future. So with that, I also want to, on behalf of the city engineer, apologize. He couldn't be here. He tried to stay as long as he could, but he was pulled off to another meeting. But he does want to extend his gratitude to the board for recognizing our employees, and also to Kristen, his heartfelt appreciation for all of the hard work that she does for us. With that, I want to turn the mic over to Patrick, who wants to say a little bit more about the great work that Kristen does.
Thank you, Jose, and thank you, Board of Public Works. Kristen is outstanding. I want to start with that. And Vice President Villegas, you mentioned some of the work on Potrero Canyon, which Jose reiterated. And I want to talk a little bit more about the work on the Hillside Sustainability Program. You mentioned 66 projects. Kristen has to lead all of that. That alone is amazing. Typically, prior to the last 2 years, we've had an average of about 40 projects. So the program has grown by 50%. She has to keep track of all that. All those projects, we have biweekly meetings with our oversight committee. We have public meetings with the community. A public meeting every quarter. She has to prepare reports for that, in addition to tracking all that work. I mean, that alone, in my opinion, recognizes all the quality and things that she can do for us. But there's more. You mentioned during the storms, last 2 years has been storms. Last 2 years has been closures on Mulholland Canyon. They have been reopened because of her efforts and the talented team here. We have a lot of our staff here. She leads that team, and what is amazing, when we respond to these emergency projects, Kristen, with her team, they do it all in-house, all within the Geotechnical Engineering Division. The benefit of that to the city is there's no obstacles. They work great as a team, they get along well, and they get things done. And I think Commissioner Villegas again, on a Sunday back in February, you gave us the authority to go ahead and work with our contractors. Kristen and her team had designs put together in a matter of a few days. Within a week, had the contracts awarded, and the road's going to be open by the end of this week. That's just another thing. It's two things now. I want to talk about another road closure at Benedict Canyon. Been closed since late February. Kristen, there's been some challenges with getting the utilities moved so we can move forward with our construction. I kid you not, her and her team have been reaching out daily to all these different these different utility companies that have lines. There's a lot of confusion of who had lines on these poles, and we're finally getting to the point where we'll be able to get our contractor out there and start working again. That's another reason she deserves to be recognized. One more thing I want to say about Potrero, and once again, I want to mention the amazing team we have. They function just unbelievably, and it's Kristen's leadership that gets everything done. They just do so much. The constituents of the city are being benefited every day by the work they do. So I appreciate the board recognizing that. I just want to touch on Potrero Canyon a little bit. There were a lot of challenges, which Jose mentioned, Potrero Canyon. Some of the specifics were there were over 40 encroachments, private property encroachments. Kristen had to work with all these property owners, had to work with the city attorney's office to resolve some of them. There was storm damage in 2023 that impacted the project that had to be addressed. There was challenges, in my opinion, anytime you're dealing with the Coastal Commission, there's challenges. We had permitting challenges with them. We had permitting challenges with the Caltrans. They own part of the property at the lower end of the project. All that she worked through and got the project moving, as Jose mentioned. She is outstanding, as is the whole Geotech team. One more thing I want to say, she's amazing, and she deserves all the credit and all the recognition she's getting, but she is so polite and kind. She's one of the best people you're ever going to meet, and we have a huge team of great people at Geotech, and she's outstanding. I just want to say that one more time. She is outstanding.
I don't think I've ever seen Patrick this excited, so thank you, Patrick.
More important. More reports are important.
Yeah.
This is important.
Yeah, I agree. Thank you.
Um, Good afternoon, Commissioners. I'd like to thank the Board of Public Works for this honor and for the opportunity to recognize the contributions of Asian Americans, Native Hawaiians, and Pacific Islanders throughout the city. Los Angeles is a wonderfully diverse city, and it is such a privilege to be able to work in a community that I have lived in my entire life. This is about the people we serve, the people we work with, and the people that support us to do what we do. I'd like to thank City Engineer Ted Allen and Deputy City Engineer Jose Fuentes. I'd also like to thank my division manager, Patrick Schmidt, for all of his support, going all the way back to when I was a student engineer just starting with the city 8 years ago. I'd also like to thank my coworkers and the staff at GED. I know it's been a challenging season with mudslides and emergency storm response, and each of them has risen to the occasion to go above and beyond. Finally, I'd like to thank my family and my fiance for their support as well. Thank you.
And now, in the absence of Commissioner Corsand, VP Villegas will do the honor of recognizing Stephanie Lai, Management Assistant for the Bureau of Street Lighting.
Yes. Thank you.
Stephanie? And I saw Megan here. I think, okay, you guys come on up.
Will the representative from the Bureau be here? Oh, good.
Wonderful, thank you, and thank you. Congratulations again to Kristen, and it gives me a pleasure to introduce the next honoree because our Commissioner Corson is out on city business today, this afternoon. Our next honoree is Miss Stephanie Lau, and this is on behalf of the Bureau of Street Lighting, excuse me. Stephanie was born and raised in Monterey Park, California, the daughter of Chinese immigrants who fled Taiwan from communist China before immigrating to the United States. Possessing a high school diploma and little fluency in English language, Stephanie's parents did the best they could in their adopted homeland. Her father worked as a customer service representative before being promoted to manager, where her mother was a stay-at-home wife and mom. It was this environment that Stephanie honed her passion for cooking, roller skating, reading, writing, and watching psychological thrillers. Stephanie would take her love of reading and writing and parlay it into an educational background that emphasized instruction in the English language. Stephanie would go on to receive her BA in Liberal Studies and her master's degree in English Composition and teaching credential, all from Cal State LA. Along the way, she would serve as an English department coordinator, writing center tutor, a graduate teaching associate, an English supplemental instruction administrator, and a mentor at East Los Angeles College, and an administrative support coordinator at Cal State LA. In February 2022, Stephanie joined the Bureau of Street Lighting and was a management assistant for the field operations front office. With her experience and skills as an instructor and coordinator, and with her strong desire to mentor and assist others, Stephanie frequently goes beyond her regular assignments and takes on other duties, such as conducting employee orientations, training front office, and coordinating office events designed to boost employee morale. Stephanie's positive attitude, good humor, thoughtfulness, and willingness to provide her coworkers and field staff have made her a valuable asset to the Bureau. Congratulations.
Oh, wow. It's like multi.
Hi, Megan Hackney. Afternoon, everybody. I want to say that I know Miguel wishes he could be here to be here for this event and honor Stephanie and all the other honorees. But we're hosting a big event at our field office today, so Miguel is unfortunately unable to be here. So as the commissioner just read, Stephanie is awesome. Although she's only been with us for a little over 2 years, she's already become a fantastic member of our team. And she really makes a noticeable difference day in and day out at our field operations. You know that feeling when you hire somebody and it's just right? Like they fit in so well and they feel like they've been here forever and you've never done life without them. That's kind of Stephanie. And I'm not taking credit for hiring her because Larna did. And Larna has that knack for picking folks that just really complement each other and fit in so well. And they become a little family over at our field operations. And that's demonstrated by the entire front office is here. Everybody raise your hands. I don't know who's running our field office at the moment because they're all sitting right there. But the front office at our yard really makes our place run, the Bureau of Street Lighting run, and it's the glue that holds everything together. And not everybody can make it there or thrive in that environment. There's a lot of personalities, a lot of opinions, daily emergencies, and it's packed like sardines. So, you know, it's just a group that manages it all, and Stephanie's a really big part of that. Her personality and her positivity are infectious. She's conscientious in her work and super responsive to any question or ask that is thrown her way. She always has a smile on her face, and if she's ever overwhelmed or over it, she doesn't show it. So I want to thank Stephanie for her hard work and her commitment to the Bureau of Street Lighting. Stephanie, you're one of those employees who's a bit behind the scenes, but we just wanted to let you know that we see you, we appreciate you, and we notice your contribution every single day. So congratulations. You guys either want to say anything?
I just want to say thank you to the board and Commissioner Reyes for putting this event together and the team who nominated me for this award, and I feel extremely honored. I'm grateful to Mark Yanamura bringing me on board and giving me the opportunity to work at the Bureau and City of Los Angeles. A huge thanks and appreciation to a great and wonderful team of people, Sylvia, Larna, Sarah, Morales, Janice Gonzaga, Robin, Josette, Ephraim, Manny, Danny Franco, and Maribel Guzman, who trained and showed me the ropes with so much patience and care at my first city job. Thank you to our current front office team for your support and hard work. I feel blessed to work at the Bureau where it feels like we're a family and there's so much support, and we're always ready for any challenges that come. Thank you. Thank you.
All right, it's my turn to recognize Ryan Fija, Senior Environmental Engineer, from LA Sanitation. Unfortunately, Ryan is not here today. He expresses his regrets. He's had a previous commitment. Is there anyone from our LA Sanitation who would like to receive the certificate on behalf of Ryan? So Ryan is a senior environmental engineer at LA Sanitation and Environment, leading the water recycling program at Donald C. Tillman Water Reclamation Plant. And that's one of our largest water recycling projects in California. And that's where I first met Ryan when I did a tour of the Tillman plant. Ryan has demonstrated unwavering commitment and dedication to his work. His commitment to excellence sets a shining example for all of us, and it's truly inspiring to see his passion and drive in action. Ryan started his career at LA Sanitation and Environment as an environmental engineering associate in the stormwater program in 2007. His wide range of expertise includes watershed planning, regulatory compliance, engineering, construction management, and contract administration. Ryan holds a degree in civil environmental engineering from Cal Poly Pomona. Prior to joining LA San, he worked at the LA County Sanitation District and the Metropolitan Water District. Ryan is a first-generation immigrant from Myanmar who calls Southern California home. He enjoys the great outdoors, rock climbing, carpentry, and taking road trips with his family. On behalf of the LA Sanitation, I'd like to present this to Julie for Ryan Tija, Senior Environmental Engineer. Do you want to speak a little bit?
I just wanted to say Julie Allen, LA Sanitation. Barbara would have been here if she was able to, but I'm very happy on behalf of Ryan to accept this award. He was really honored to be recognized by the board and by LA Sanitation, and he's really just an outstanding employee. And I'll be passing this along to him along with the recognition when he gets back from his much deserved vacation, where he's out of the country right at the moment. Otherwise, he absolutely wanted to be here. So thank you all very much for recognizing him, and I'm sure you'll see him back. I appreciate the fact that he's running one of the largest projects at LA Sanitation, and mega projects are a challenge, and he's right up there handling it in an outstanding way. So thank you for the recognition. We don't need to do it for the lead. He's not here. Yeah.
We have to send him. No, we'll point to his name. Thank you. Thank you, Julie.
Thank you.
All right. Will President Aura Garcia please introduce Brandon Wong, Tree Surgeon Supervisor.
Yes, thank you so much for that. So far, I always love these presentations because you meet one and then you're like, wow, and then you meet another like, wow, and it just, the wow keeps on going bigger and bigger. So I'm excited and honored to bring this special recognition to Brandon Wong from Tree Surgeon Supervisor 1. This is from the Bureau of Street Services, and we have Ana Tabuena already here, Assistant Director as well. Mr. Brandon Wong is currently a Tree Surgeon Supervisor 1. He has devoted 7 years and 7 months to the Streets LA Urban Forestry Division. Brandon began his career with the City of LA as a vocational worker in 2016 and worked diligently. He was promoted to maintenance assistant and within the next 2 years to maintenance labor. Mr. Wong continued to apply himself and advance to the position of tree surgeon in 2019. Recently, Mr. Wong became an emergency appointed Tree Surgeon Supervisor 1. He's currently working in the Public Works Building in the Development Service section within the Urban Forestry Division and has previously worked with our tree trimming and tree emergency operation crews. His hard work and dedication are highly valued as he continues to be an asset to the organization. Brandon has a strong work ethic and is always willing to go above and beyond to ensure the safety and health of the trees in his care. He is known for his attention to detail and his ability to problem solve in difficult situations. Brandon is a great team player and is always willing to lend a helping hand to his colleagues. Brandon is focus-driven, and his positive attitude makes him a pleasure to work with. We are grateful to have Brandon as part of our team and look forward to many more years of his expertise and dedication to the Streets LA organization. Thank you, Brandon. Thank you for all that you do for us.
I'm just going to say a few words for Brandon.
Yes, fix it, please.
About Brandon. Oops. So good afternoon, commissioners, and thank you for recognizing the AAPI community. So Brandon actually came to the city straight from college, taking fire science, and he originally wanted to be a firefighter, but then had a little bit of taste of the urban forestry work and decided to stay. And so we're very glad and fortunate that Brandon decided to do that. So in the 7 years that he's been here with us, he's worked at the yard in the East Valley, at the Bay Harbor, and then now, because of his problem-solving skills, attention to detail, and just innovative thinking, we decided that he'd be a great addition to our permits group, our small and mighty permits group, because we need that to accelerate all the executive directive projects, protect our protected tree species, and all those great things of environmental stewardship. And so we're very glad to have Brandon with us. And I mentioned to him actually that urban forestry are first responders. And so without urban forestry, if there's a tree that's blocking the roadway, a fire department can't get through, LAPD can't get through, military can't get through. So actually urban forestry plays a really important role in emergency response, and definitely Brandon will play a key role in our organization. So introducing Brandon Wong.
Thank you so much for recognizing me for this award. It means great. It's a great honor to be here and be part of the city of Los Angeles. I started, as a vocational worker and worked my way up, honestly, trying to be a firefighter. And I was kind of, mesmerized and really, nervous being here. I wasn't prepared for this, but it means, a great lot. I give a special shout out to my urban forestry division, to all my managers, all my coworkers. They taught me so much. I came in here knowing not very much, and I've applied myself and became the person who I am, and I hope to continue to grow. So thank you so much for giving me this award.
Oh, so I'm Albert Vera. I'm his immediate supervisor, and just to say a couple things, Brandon is a valuable employee to urban forestry, and in the short time he's been with us, you could tell that he's very dedicated and devoted and driven to better himself and to help his colleagues. He's one of the few people that I can say we show a little bit, and he gravitates to it. He takes it, he absorbs it like a sponge, and he can execute the assignments with little to no supervision. So he's going to be a force to reckon with. We're glad that he joined our team, and we're happy to see him succeed. So thank you, guys.
Last but not least, it's my honor to introduce Maribel Dumlao, Accounting Clerk, Public Works Accounting, Billing Section. Is Maribel here? And we have our Office of Accounting folks here too. So as an accounting clerk for Public Works Accounting, the billing section, Maribel is responsible for billing all of our contract utility companies in relation to the U permits on a monthly basis. During fiscal years 23 and 24, she processed close to 1,200 receivable documents with a financial impact to the city of over $62 million. A native of the Philippines, Maribel has been living in the United States for almost 40 years. She's been married for 28 years and has one daughter. When she's not at work, you can find her spending time with family and going places they enjoy as a family. Her family is active in the local church and are members of the choir. So you could see how valuable Maribel is, especially now that we need that revenue, right, at the city of Los Angeles. So congratulations, Maribel, and we have Miguel to say a few words.
Thank you, Commissioner. Miguel de la Peña. The first when we approached Maribel to congratulate her about her nomination, she said, "Why me?" And it's that, to me, that speaks volumes of her on her being humble and just going in and just being in dedication to her work and her actual position and her delivery of services. And as you probably will see, she has a very infectious smile. So that's, to me, that's a really always a breath of fresh air to everyone in the office. And that, to me, brings back the joy of just being able to serve. And I think that that's a common thread within our office. We serve everyone in the bureaus, and we do it with a smile because we know the impact that we actually provide. And it's an honor. it's an honor for me to actually thank you, Maribel, to actually have this opportunity, and thank you, commissioners, to give us this platform to be able to recognize the people that are behind the scenes that actually make those contributions. She makes sure all the utility permits are billed. I was talking to her earlier this morning, and she told me, yeah, Pacific Bell. And people would be actually surprised that Pacific Bell, MCI, they're still around because they own the cables. So we still bill them. They still pay us. DWP is the largest contributor to our utility billings. But I just want to take this opportunity. Thank you, Maribel, for all you do. And she has a few words for us. So thank you so much.
Good afternoon, commissioners, and I am very honored to be receiving this recognition. I believe this is the first that I have given this award, and I don't know if if I should get this award, but thank you very, very much. Working with multicultural individuals has really helped me to become the person that I am. I've been with the city for, next month will be my 28th year with the city, and I've been working with 4 city departments, and public works is one of my favorite departments. So, and again, to my Public Works family, I share this award to you. And as we represent the Asian Pacific American Heritage Month, thank you again. And to all my past and present supervisors, especially Miguel de la Peña, Jamie Tan, and Kelly Wong, thank you for your help during this time, especially during the pandemic. I thank you for being able to do my job well, and I try to do my best more. Thank you again.
And I'd like to turn it over to the commissioners for comments.
Sure. Thank you so much, Commissioner Reyes, for leading us on today's very special presentation. I'm going to turn it over to Vice President Villegas, and then Dr. Davis, and then I'll just close it up by saying just a few remarks, and then we can take pictures in the back with group, family members, work family, family, and anybody else that wants to participate. Yeah. So just give us a few minutes, so I'll turn it over to VP.
Thank you. Thank you. And it just brings me a lot of warm and fuzzy feelings when we do these types of events, because we get to see the types of folks that are, as was mentioned earlier, just behind the scenes and really make us all look good. By the time we see work that comes before this board, there's been, everyone's eyes have already been through it, and everyone has already crossed the T's and dotted those I's. And then we get to ask just some final questions, because we know that the good professionals that we have working for the city of Los Angeles have put their best effort in order for us to be able to do our jobs here at the board. And it's a important recognition today, recognizing all of those staff members that are within the AAPI community. Your work doesn't go unnoticed. Today we celebrated a couple of individuals, but I know that our city is made up of more AAPI members, and we really embrace all of you in this tremendous city. I've always thought that multiculturalism is the area where we have more growth and more ideas and more diversity and just other ways of thinking and really addressing problems. We heard all of that today just from other bureaus. So just a huge congratulations to all of our honorees for today, and thank you again, Commissioner Reyes, for putting this beautiful award ceremony together. Thank you.
Dr. Davis?
Thank you so much, and I would like to join our Vice President Villegas in congratulating once again our commissioner and colleague, Commissioner Suzanne Reyes, for the outstanding job in coordinating all of those of you who have come today. And as we think about celebrating Asian American, I do African American Heritage Month, so I'm stuck. Asian American Heritage Month. And as we think about the diversity that is Los Angeles, each and every one of you, I really have to thank you for the contribution that you not only have made to your own culture, but the contribution you have made to the great city of Los Angeles. And I think what makes us great are the people that are here. And each of you have not just been a part of Public Works, you've been identified individually and specifically for the outstanding job that you do. And so you are a credit not only to Asian Americans, but you are a credit to the city of Los Angeles for coming into your job and being an excellent role model. And I've always said there is a difference in a choice we make. Do we like mediocrity or do we like outstanding? And as I conclude and celebrate and appreciate today, I can do so with the kind of pride and reflection that today has been about outstanding. So congratulations, and thank you so very much for doing all that you do.
All right, well, it's always so hard to follow Dr. Davis, but I will do my best here. I just want to say to Marivelo, Brandon, Ryan, Kristen, Edna, and Stephanie, congratulations first and foremost, but thank you so much for your excellent contributions to our department and for being just you. Obviously, you are very important. We have fans of you here. Your office came out, and folks are out here making sure that you are supported and celebrated. But that just speaks to your persona. So thank you so much for being who you are, for bringing you to the workplace. And Dr. Davis, even though he said, African American Month, but that's just it. That's exactly what we're celebrating, that diversity that we have in the city. I mean, if you just look at the audience we have here today, we're multicultural, diverse, everything you can think of here, even here within our board. And that's what just makes LA the best, to be honest. That's really what makes us the best. We can speak our language, we can share our foods, we can communicate with one another. We build bonds with folks that are from across our way in cultural and in different ways, and we appreciate and embrace everybody else's food, culture, thoughts, and way of being. And I just want to say today was that. To all of you that were celebrated today, thank you again. Go home, be proud, tell your family that you have this really cool certificate, and let them know that the city of LA is a place for belonging and that everybody belongs in the city of LA. So with that, I'll close this month's Asian American, Native, Hawaiian, and Pacific Islander Heritage Month celebration. Thank you so much for your time today, and please celebrate yourselves, celebrate each other, and thank you once again on this special week also. So thank you, everyone. And we'll take 5 minutes to go to take pictures in the back. Those joining us via the Zoom platform, we'll be right back. You get to go fill up your cups again and then join us back.
And we are back in record mode. President Garcia, the time is 2:50 p.m.
Thank you for that, Mr. Knight. Again, we just had such a beautiful celebration. It's always so hard to transition into business items. These are the business folks right here, and they're like, okay, enough of that fun talk. Let's get to business. Thank you so much for hanging in there, and I hope you guys were able to learn. Oh, we have a visitor. Nice to see you, Yvonne. All right. Well, yeah, Yvonne from DCA. Yeah. Okay. All right. Well, let's get to it. We did item number 1 already. Folks, we're going to go in chronological order. We have 5 items, and we should be able to go through these this afternoon. All right. Item number 2, this is a request in Council District 10 from the Bureau of Engineering for a revised budget and supplemental agreement, change order number 340, Royal Construction Corporation. Recommending the board to, 1, authorize an additional $584,624 with 1 cent construction contingency totaling $7,431,429 with 46 cents in total construction contingency, and approve a revised construction budget of $30,804,429.46 for the Vision Theater Phase 2, number 2, 3, and 4, and a portion of Phase 5. 2, authorize 2 members of the board to sign the supplemental agreement, change order number 340, and 3, authorize the revision of the funding table for construction contract awarded by the board to Royal Construction Corporation on February 5th, 2018, which was revised by the board motion dated on December 21st, 2022. And I believe, give me a second, this afternoon we have Oster Clemington.
Yes.
All right, Oster, welcome.
Thank you, President Garcia, Commissioners. Good afternoon. Asatur Kemetlian, Senior Architect and the Project Manager for Vision Theater Project, representing Bureau of Engineering Architectural Division. I'm also here joined by my colleagues from Construction Management Division, Division Manager Richard Louis, and my counterpart from DCA, Project Manager Yvonne Farrell, in support of this report. As you mentioned, President Garcia, we're recommending the board to authorize additional construction contingency, to sign supplemental agreement change order, as well as revise the funding table for Vision Theater Project, phases 2, 3, 4, and portion of phase 5. On February 5th of 2018, board awarded a contract to Royal Construction in the amount of $23.5 million with contingency of $4 million. The project involved building expansion and upgrades to an existing historic theater building. Work included partial building demolition, shoring, hazmat abatement, seismic retrofit, historical repairs, and restoration of audience chamber, installation of new restored auditorium seats, mechanical, electrical, plumbing, and fire life safety infrastructure, and finishes. To summarize some of the scope, Department of Cultural Affairs requested additional scope of work to be added to the project identified as Phase 5, which was noted in the MFC report dated in November of 2022. The additional Phase 5 scope of work included additions of information technology, infrastructure, marquee repairs, renovations, Phase 1 repairs, property line wall repairs, and construction, audiovisual lighting, redesign scope, and construction administration of the added scope. Phases 2, 3, 4, and portion of MFC approved Phase 5 scope were completed by Royal and received statement of completion on February 26th of this year, 2024. The remaining Phase 5 scope is being performed currently by General Services Department Construction Forces and its subcontractors, and is anticipated to be completed in early 2025. The approved Phase 5 scope of work, as noted in the MFC report, and was determined during current construction, that the portions of the approved Phase 5 scope was required to be completed concurrently with the phases 2, 3, and 4 under current contract with Royal Construction to avoid costly rework and on recently repaired historic theater elements. Phase 5 received combined funding from Community Development Block Grant Program and Capital Improvement Expenditure Programs for the total of $7.2 million. That was also noted in the MFC report. Of this total, an additional $584,000 is needed to be allocated to Phase 5 completed under construction contract with Royal Construction. Due to the current cost of change order issued to date for the project, Phase 5 work assigned to Royal, the issuance of further change orders will cause the total change order cost to exceed 25% of the original contract price. As noted in general requirements, Article 27, supplemental agreement between the contractor and the city is required to issue change orders above 25%. Royal and the city agreed with concurrence by the board to increase the threshold for the issuance of all change orders from 25% of the original contract price to a new value of not to exceed 35%. All other components of the contract must remain unchanged. Currently remaining $992,000 in approved contingency will pay for the pre-negotiated change orders pending approval of supplemental agreement change order 340 per this board report. The increase in contingency is to address the cost of anticipated Phase 5 change orders, totaling approximately $585,000. Additional contingency needed to execute the final closeout change orders will be requested and presented to the board in the first quarter of fiscal year 24-25. With that, that concludes my presentation of the report. I'll be happy to answer any questions you guys have.
Thank you so much for that, Satur. Any questions, colleagues? No questions. Okay. So far, so good. Satur, I think I have more of a technical question. I understand the need for this contingency improvement and adding to the budget. My question is, the 30 million, is that the cap for the project, or do we expect to increase it more?
So currently, our construction management division is negotiating with the contractor to close out the remaining contract.
Okay.
There are some outstanding change orders that we're negotiating with them, so that is why the report states that we will be coming back with potentially additional requests for additional change order and closing out that contract with the Royal Construction. So
Okay.
we anticipate a little bit more, but this should get us to the point where we're ready to close out the contract.
Okay. And our part, Public Works, our part on this project, when is our phase completed?
With the closeout of contract with Royal.
Okay.
And BOE will stay and partner with DCA to work with GSD to complete the rest of the leftover work.
Okay, good.
Which includes audiovisual and theatrical lighting installation. I'm hoping we'll get a chance to tour the facility in the next few weeks with you all, and we'll be able to present what's being completed and what's being done currently at the theater.
Okay, good. I know we've been trying to schedule a tour, so I'm trying to schedule a tour before, in the next month, I think we're trying to put it together.
Targeting first couple
June.
weeks of June.
Yeah, we're trying to put a tour over there. Second, when do we expect to be completed with this project?
So as I stated in the board report, we're targeting early 2025. So I'm hoping first quarter of 2025.
Okay, okay. All right, I don't have any other questions, colleagues? No questions. Thank you, Yvonne, for being here. I know that you're supporting this project. Oh, actually, this is your project. So thank you for being here and ready to answer any questions. The board seems to be okay with this item. Is there a motion on the table to move item number 2 forward and forthwith? Thank you, Dr. Davis. Is there a second?
Second.
Thank you, VP Villegas. Mr. Knight, there's a first by Dr. Davis and a second by VP Villegas to move item number 2 forward and forthwith.
Very well. We'll take a roll call vote on item number 2, starting with you, Madam President.
Aye.
Vice President Villegas.
Aye.
President Pro Tem Davis.
Aye.
And Commissioner Reyes.
Aye.
All ayes, and the item is approved and will move forward forthwith.
Very good. Thank you so much for your time. And thank you. Look forward to finishing this project. Thank you. Have a good day, everyone. All right, colleagues, moving on to item number 3. This is a request in all council district for an AFE for California Association Sanitation Agencies. The Bureau of Sanitation and the Office of Accounting are requesting board approval and execution of an authority for expenditure in the amount of $30,385 for encumbrance of funds to pay for the 2024 California Association of Sanitation Agencies membership renewal for the period of January 1st, 2024 to December 31st, 2024. And this afternoon, we have Janet Samala.
Yes.
All right, welcome.
Good afternoon, President Garcia and Commissioners. My name is Janet Samala, and I am with LA Sanitation and Environment, or LASAN. LA Sanitation is seeking your approval to pay for the California Association of Sanitation Agencies, also known as CASA, for the 2024 annual membership dues in the amount of $30,385. CASA represents more than 130 public agencies engaged in the collection, treatment, and recycling of wastewater and biosolids to protect public health and the environment. I currently also sit as the co-chair for CASA's Land and Biosolids Regulatory Worker. For over 25 years, the City of Los Angeles and LASAN have benefited from being a member of a regional organization like CASA by receiving support in technical and regulatory compliance and advanced notification of upcoming regulations and legislation at the state and federal levels. In addition, as a POTW member in good standing, every LA Sanitation and Environment employee is welcome to participate in some CASA events at no charge. The events typically consist of monthly committee meetings, workshops, and seminars. One of the recent benefits that CASA offered LASAN was back in March, the Senate Committee on Environment and Public Works convened a hearing on the consequences of designating PFAS chemicals, or per and polyfluoroalkyl substances, PFAS, as hazardous substances under CERCLA. Public water and wastewater agencies like us face the threat of either U.S. EPA enforcement actions or third-party litigation from the decision to list PFAS as a hazardous substance. CASA worked with Congress, U.S. EPA, and other clean water stakeholders to protect passive receivers like us from such liability. CASA also developed a template letter for CASA member agencies for consideration to customize and tailor to agencies' needs and interests. We have used their templates when we transmitted our letter of concern to the chairman and ranking members of Environment and Public Works so our voices can be heard. Thank you for your consideration, and if you have any questions, happy to answer them. And happy National Public Works Week.
Yay! Thank you for that. Any questions, colleagues? Commissioner Reyes?
I just want to, it's not really a question, but a comment that we do use this or utilize this agency, our membership, in many ways, but most specifically for the regulatory program that it has. That we, if we need more information in terms of the requirements, the rules, and the specifics of the reg, it's very useful to be a member of this organization because of that information that they provide.
Thank you. Yeah.
Thank you for that. I don't have any questions. Any objections? Hearing none. Is there a motion on the table to move item number 3 forward and forthwith?
So moved.
Thank you, Commissioner Reyes. Thank you, Dr. Davis. Mr. Knight. Well, yes, Mr. Knight. The Commissioner Reyes has moved the item forward, and Dr. Davis has seconded. If we can move this forthwith?
Yes, we'll take a roll call vote on approval of item 3, starting with you, Madam President.
Aye.
Vice President Villegas.
Aye.
President Pro Tem Davis.
Aye.
And Commissioner Reyes.
Aye.
All ayes, and item 3 is approved and will move forward forthwith.
Thank you.
Thank you so much. Have a good rest of the day. All right, moving on to item number 4. That was 3. This is a request in Council District 2 for a revised budget shelter and housing program, recommending the board to, 1, authorize the redesign of a feasibility study for the Council District's number 2 tiny home village assigned to Lair Architects for $20,266 with funding from the Engineering Special Services Fund, Fund number 682, Department number 50, AUN 50 VVHF. And there is a chart here totaling up to $100,000 and $666. All right. So Ms. Quiñones is here on this item. Good morning. Good afternoon.
Good afternoon, good afternoon, President Garcia, commissioners, and board representatives. I don't see them.
They're online.
They're online. Hello, everyone. I thought it was just Amelia I hear. Good afternoon. It was great to be here to see the celebration. So the motion addressing a previous approval for TOS 103 granted on April 26, 2024 for $91,400. Upon direction from the mayor's office, we were asked to redesign the CD2 tiny home village to include ensuite restrooms. The additional cost is $20,266, bringing the total cost to $116,666. Funding is available from BOE's Special Fund 682, and the BAP percentages have been updated. If you have any questions, I can answer them. It's a pretty
Yes.
quick motion.
Sure. Dr. Davis?
Yeah, I did have a question. You said that the older design that you have for the tiny homes did not have a restroom in them?
Correct. So as you know, the existing tiny home villages we've been building the last 3 years, they do not have ensuite restrooms. So each cabin doesn't have its own individual restroom. They're shared. So
Okay,
all of
so
the
almost like a
hygiene
college
amenities are
dorm
shared.
concept, yeah.
Right. So this
Okay.
is a new concept to have a restroom in each
of them.
in each room. Yeah, each cabin.
That's great. Okay.
So is this tiny home's already in place, right?
I'm sorry?
This tiny home village, is it already in place?
No.
It's a new one.
Site. It's a new site in CD2.
Okay, and this one will come with the restrooms attached?
Correct. That is the feasibility study that we're doing for the state package.
Okay, okay. The other tiny village that is in Council District 2, that one, that does not have the restroom, is there any, and perhaps not, a possibility to add that to those as well? Or, no, I didn't think so either.
It's a lot of infrastructure that needs to be built
Yeah.
for water, power, and sewer. So we would not be doing that to existing facilities.
Okay, okay, understood.
You said that there are funding sources to help and assist in that. What is the source?
So the state is providing the city with $33 million.
Oh, wow.
And so the state package is being prepared now
Yes.
by the Bureau of Engineering, and it'll go to the state next week.
Wonderful.
And they'll review that, and hopefully we'll get some money in the
Good.
next couple of weeks.
I see.
Okay. Okay, any other questions, colleagues? Hearing none, any objections? Seeing none, is there a motion on the table to move item number 5 forward and forthwith?
So moved.
Thank you, Dr. Davis. Is there a second? Thank you, VP Villegas. Mr. Knight, there's a first by Dr. Davis and a second by VP Villegas to move item number 4 forward and forthwith.
Very well. We will take a roll call vote on item number 4, starting with you, Madam President.
Aye.
Vice President Villegas.
Aye.
President Pro Tem Davis.
Aye.
And Commissioner Reyes.
Aye.
All ayes. Item number 4 is approved and will move forward forthwith.
Thank you so much. Thank you, Ms. Quinones. Good to see you. Have a good afternoon. Happy National Public Works Week to you. And you're a very important, critical person in our department. Okay, moving on to item number 5. This is an administrative item. Thank you. Thank you too. This is an administrative item in Council District 7, 11, 14, and 15. The mayor and city council has approved and authorized the Board of Public Works on behalf of the Bureau of Sanitation to execute the Safe Clean Water Program and execution of regional program transfer agreements, addenda, and necessary actions for round 4 projects. This is just administrative item. Is there a second to my motion to approve item number 5? Thank you, VP Villegas. Mr. Knight, there's a first by me and a second by VP Villegas to move item number 5 forward and forthwith.
Very well. We will take a roll call vote on approval of item number 5, starting with you, Madam President.
Aye.
Vice President Villegas. President Pro Tem Davis.
Aye.
And Commissioner Reyes.
Aye.
All ayes. Item number 5 is approved and will move forward forthwith.
Okay, thank you very much for that. That is, Mr. Knight, is that the end of our voting items?
Yes, it is.
Very well. With that said, it is 3:08 and this meeting is now officially adjourned. Thank you, everyone. Have a good rest of the day.